For months now, we've been tracking the slow yet steady progress of the New World screwworm. First identified in Mexico, the pest is now here in Texas, with cases confirmed in Zavala, LaSalle, and Andrews counties. But what can we expect here in our neck of the woods? Ethan Purcell has more.
It's no secret the New World screwworm has made its way up from South America through Mexico and is once again right back here in the U.S., and more specifically West Texas. Now, the USDA is continuing to wage war against the pest, and the state's ag commissioner is calling for the use of both sterile flies and a fly bait, similar to the way the parasite was defeated years back.
We had 29,000 cases in Texas in 76. We used the SWAS system, the bait, followed up by sterile flies. The next spring, we had 47 cases. We went from 29,000 cases to 47. That's how effective it is.
But while officials work to stop the spread with the building of sterile fly facilities in Mexico and southern Texas, which may not be completed for another 2 years, one local vet says the biggest concern remains the damage screwworms can do once they infest an animal, and what experts say could cripple the cattle industry.
The screwworm maggot actually eats live flesh. They're painful. They're very distressful for animals, and within 2 or 3 or 4 days, that wound will increase in size very fast. The first day, it's the size of a pecan. The second day, big as your fist. The third day, maybe big as your head.
But it's not just cattle. Screwworm maggots have been found in sheep, dogs, and even wildlife. Throughout the interview, Edmiston noted surveillance is key and livestock producers should be paying close attention to animals with open wounds, as well as newborn calves and lambs, which can be especially vulnerable to infestation.
You have to look and know where those flies are. So it's important that people watch their animals, that they find screwworms, that they pick those screwworms up and get them into alcohol to preserve them, get them to a veterinarian or get them to a county agent.
And while the most recent cases have been reported hundreds of miles away from the Concho Valley, Edmiston says producers here shouldn't assume they're in the clear.
They should be concerned and they should be vigilant. Screwworms by themselves can fly 10 miles a day, but if they get in a vehicle or in a livestock trailer or in some kind of conveyance, they can move 80 miles an hour down the highway.
If you believe your animal has been infected with New World screwworm, you're urged to contact your state animal health expert or a USDA area veterinarian immediately. In El Dorado, Ethan Purcell, Fox West, Texas.